ticket to paradise. I can't stay here anymore, and I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it, but there's no easy way around it. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Who knows why? Someday we all must die. We're all homeless boys and girls, and we are never heard. It's such a lonely, lonely, lonely world. People turn their heads and walk on by. Tell me, is it worth just another try? Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Sing along with us. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. You got it. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer.
Thank you so much. Second shot. And helping him out, Miss Keely Whitney in the home. Love is the Answer is the song that we're singing before our message all month long in our month of February as we explore this juicy topic of love. And so now it is my great privilege to bring up Reverend Linda Repond. Dr. Linda was the founding minister for Launching Pad, a dedicated young adult church in Centers for Spiritual Living. For over 10 years, the Launching Pad, with locations in Berkeley, California, St. George, Utah, and Ashland, Oregon, served as a magnet for conscious young adults who choose to live in community and be supported in deepening a personal spiritual practice and a community of peers who are living with their truth and loving their lives. So please help me welcome up Dr. Reverend Linda Repond.
Thank you. Good morning, Genesis. Good morning. It's so nice to be back with you. I love this community, and you have the best music. Anyway, thank you. That was beautiful. So a funny thing happened on the way to this talk this morning. I was going to talk to you about the laws of manifestation and the law of attraction, and I still am. But just know that there's a plot twist before we get to the end, because God showed up with something else to say. That's what we're going to do. So I would say probably this idea of the law of attraction might be the thing that attracts the most people to this teaching and actually repels the most people from this teaching of anything that we teach. And I think it attracts people because when you're in a place where your life's not working, you're feeling broken, and somebody says, well, there's this teaching that teaches you like how to manifest things and then change your thinking and change your life. You're like, oh, that sounds good. I should go do that. And that's how many of us got here at a point in time when we were like, I need something that will help me change my life. The other side of that is that it's a little narcissistic. This change my thinking, change my life is like, it's like, then I want the car, the job, all of that stuff. And I can get it because I have the tools to get it. So one might say, if you have the tools that you can manifest anything you want in your life, why aren't you doing bigger things? Why aren't you manifesting like an end to hunger? Why don't you end this pandemic? We'd all like that. So in the world of manifesting things, it's a great tool, and it's maybe not the end-all tool. So what is this law of attraction? So if you're new to this and you're like, what is this thing? It's really at the core of what we teach in Science of Mind, which it starts with God is all there is. That really everything everywhere is only that infinite presence. So God is me, God is you, God's the chair, God's the rug, God, everything is made of that same essence of all of life, which I call God. There's no difference between who we are, between who I am, who you are, who this table is, who I am, because it's all of the same energetic force. So that's where we begin to use the law of attraction, is that the life force in me directs my thinking that in a way that somehow magnetizes that thing to me. So, you've heard what you think about tends to come about. It's that what you're giving your attention to tends to expand. And so when you are, this has happened, maybe to all of us, it's happened to me a number of times in the last 2 years. I get a little sniffle and I'm like, do I have it? Is this it? That kind of thinking doesn't necessarily give me COVID, but it does lead me to be focused on, am I getting better? Is this turning into a bigger thing? And I think I'm actually maybe sick a little longer for having given it so much attention. It's the ways that we focus on whatever it is we're manifesting in our life. May be conscious, they may be unconscious. I don't actually, believe that I attract negative things into my life, right? Oh, but maybe I do. So those ways of thinking aren't just conscious thinking. They're like sort of a whole being thinking. What do I mean by that? I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about Super Bowl Sunday because we're there. And all across this country and beyond, there are people manifesting madly for their team. There's people who manifest on this side, people who manifest on that side, and what's going to happen? And if you think this kind of talk about using our energy to manifest things is a little too woo-woo, think about those people that have to wear a particular hat so their team will win. This is woo-woo, just saying. That the ways that we manifest are from our whole being, which means if what I want, and I'm saying I want, and I'm affirming, we do a lot of affirmations when I'm affirming that every day, and it's not happening. What's that about? Well, that's where the work comes in. If it was as simple as saying, I want a car. I want the job. That's, everybody would be doing it, and the world would be cluttered with stuff. But that's not exactly happening, because what gets in the way of that thought manifesting into that thing is all of the stuff we have between our ears about that. There's a lot of not enoughness. I don't have enough to get that. I'm not good enough to deserve that. All of that kind of thinking. That's not conscious most of the time, but that's deep in my DNA. I get to have a life that looks like this. I want a life that looks like this, but I actually think I deserve a small box, and maybe I can live within that. Is that making sense to you? That kind of thinking inhabits our whole self, in our ego self, in the way we operate in the world. And so we tend to attract to us that which we think we deserve, that which we believe we should have. So the work, and there's a lot of inner work to this kind of teaching, is to release all of those stories. Release all of the story of what I think I have, what I think I deserve, what I think can happen. And it is, Michael Beckwith always says that it's not, the 100% of spiritual growth is about releasing. Because you don't have to attract. God's already there. Everything is available. But the releasing part, the letting go of what's not true, letting go of the story I have about myself, or about that other person, or about the world, that's the work. Doing that kind of work. We make ourselves available, and more, as you release old stories, new things can come in. And there's a new joy, or peace, or wholeness that can be manifest from that place of that I'm not weighed down by that stuff anymore. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So the same thing is true with stuff. So as you release all of that other stuff and you call into your life a better experience of a partner, or better experience of the way I work in the world, or income, whatever, you can begin to draw those things to you. That's the essence of the law of attraction. That's actually what we teach as the way to manifest. You just got the quick course. You don't have to come back. No, you do. Michael Beckwith also talks about the kingdoms of consciousness, and that we start from the first kingdom, which is a to me. It's sort of a victim position. Life is happening to me. And the point of the manifesting, or the beginning teaching in Science of Mind, is the by me. So as I clear out the things that are in the way and begin to draw to me, I get to say, I created that. I manifested this thing. And there's a lot of ego in that. I manifested this thing. And a lot of stuff comes in. For me, when I'm in the manifesting mode, it's like, I want that new chair, I want this painting, I want. And I'm actually a little tired of wanting and manifesting stuff at this point. But there is a lot that gets generated, and I think the world of consumerism that thrives on our ability to manifest our stuff. And it's also, I think, the thing that is in our way the most. This whole I created, I manifest, the by me, is still a lower level consciousness. There is a place, if you move to Kingdom 3, which is through me. So it's letting go of the stuff for me, the narcissistic position of Science of Mind, of me, and moving into a different idea. Like, it's opening at a deeper level to what is the divine idea that is trying to be expressed through me. Why am I here at all? Why did I take form in this lifetime? Why am I here? What am I here to be, to do, to have, to know? What is that? We can sit with that for a really long time. I still do, a really long time, because it's a continuously unfolding thing. But it's a very different answer than the by me consciousness. Do you understand that? That there's something in the opening to a divine idea. I have no idea what's in store for me, what the divine idea is when I sit with that. And so what comes, if I trust it and allow it to flow, is often way, way bigger than what I had in my idea. Way different. And the world can unfold much more beautifully in that through me kind of consciousness. It's just what we're made of. We can do this God stuff thing at any level we choose to play. So, and I guess that's my invitation to you, is like, how about if we just go a little deeper in the question, a little deeper in the what needs to happen through me today? What needs to happen through me in my life, in my work, in my play, in my creative expression? What needs to happen through? What is seeking to be expressed? And it always feels to me like there's a consciousness bubbling up inside of me, and it's like trying to come out. And I'm like, stuffing it back. I don't want that stuff. I want it to go away because it's scary and it's bigger, and it sometimes requires even more letting go. So, the thrill of that creative energy as it starts to bubble up is like, wow, let's do this. So I just wanted to say, for me, and maybe for you, there's a number of levels of stopping. I let it flow for a while, and then I shut it back down again. I let it maybe get a little bit bigger, and then I put the brakes on. What is that? What is that process for us? I don't know for sure, but I kind of think it's about our deservingness. It's I can inhabit this, and until I get comfortable with this, and I can't go any further out than that. This is the size of my box. And the more I allow myself to trust that divine idea that is me, which is love. So the more I love me into a greater acceptance of me, that box can get bigger, that thing can shift. So a lot of it, I believe, is tied up in deservingness. What is it that I deserve to have? I do think that the essence of Science of Mind is really in a unique position of understanding and knowing these tools in the world. And I feel like the world is really ready for us to manifest something way bigger than the way we've been playing, collectively and individually, that there is a call for a consciousness that expands into the world in a way that shifts the way we are with each other, that allows for open-hearted connection with people we've never met before, that allows us to just be walking down the sidewalk and bless every person that we come in contact with. And you don't have to say a word, just send out that blessing from the essence of who we are. I think it wouldn't take long to change the city. It wouldn't take long to change the world, because that is actually what we're here to do and be. And all we have to do is say yes to it. We don't have to pull it in. We don't have to ask it to come. It's here. It's totally here around us. If we're willing to be available and have it happen to us, through us, as us. There's that fourth level of the kingdoms of consciousness. There's the fourth kingdom, which is after through me, is as me. And I think that is actually what I'm speaking to, is that we become so in tune with that divine essence that is seeking to express through us, that is all we're expressing. And then we simply allow ourselves to fully be God in the world, to be God in every situation, and allow that to be our truth. I am claiming that. I'm not there, but that's where I want to go. That's the life I want to live. I want to live that God as me is all there is, and all the rest of it can just fall away. Want to come play with me there?
Yeah.
Let's pray. Just turning within and allowing that divine essence, that divine presence of God that is already here to be felt in my experience. That we can feel this divine love right down to the very cells of our being, vibrating with that essence that is God itself. We are that at every level. Only good, only God. Ah, and that is the best news ever. And so I just speak my word for each of us, that as we let go of all that is not that truth rushes in and fills the space where before there was not enoughness or sadness or longing or untruth. We just allow all of that to fall away. and claim the truth of our being, that we are that, and that all that we manifest provides for the good that is the love that I am. Also, that it provides in the world a divine light that is shining bright, that is allowing other people to remember their own light and be that truth in themselves. And so I know right here and right now that each of us has the ability to do that. And I call it in, I say, let's be that. Let's do that. I am so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful to know that this is actually the truth of who we are. I'm so grateful to be in community with people who are ready to say, yes, let's allow this to unfold at a bigger and more global way. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is.
Keely, we've missed your amazing tones. Oh, that was beautiful. Let's give one more round of applause to Second Shot and Keely Whitney.